Hey, welcome to Screenplay Junkie. My name's Drew Hellmich, and I love screenwriting and everything there is about movies. But before anything makes it to the screen, it always begins with text on paper. So if you're a fellow addict of film and storytelling, join my brothers, Matt and Bryan, and I as we take a look at various types of screenplays, short stories, and other source material that were crucial to the creation of the stories we all love. There will be spoilers, though, so I do recommend being familiar with the title that's being discussed. Sound good? All right, then let's get started. Welcome back, fellow story addicts, to Screenplay Junkie, episode number 60. Drew, Matt, and Bryan here.
Yeah, and as you can see by the title, we have a sing-along musical for a theatrical episode this week. And I'm going to start it down. Ready?
Wait.
You guys have the theme song. Remembered? I said it to you earlier, and we practiced it.
I'm supposed to sing
1,
right now?
2, 3. No, I'm just messing around, dude. We did not write any theatrical singing or...
I was going to say,
show.
I'm not about to sing right now.
None of us can sing.
Horrible
as
singing.
much as fun that could have been, but yeah, none of us could sing. That is true.
Thank God. But, I mean, at least the people in High School Musical can sing, or at least most of them. One person couldn't really sing, but we'll talk about that
We'll get
later.
into that. I always thought they all sang, all of like their parts, but
That was like a part of the
it's not the
audition.
case.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they could sing, and then they would edit it in the post-production aspect of the film production process. But yeah, High School Musical today. This was actually requested. We always appreciate your requests, so if you have anything else that you would like us to check out, please let us know.
And the face of High School Musical, Troy Bolton.
Zac Efron, right? I mean, is this how he got his start? This
Yeah.
is what launched him?
I saw something he was on some show. I forgot the name already, though. It was
Vannessa Hudgens as well?
Before.
Is that
Yeah.
launched her too?
I don't know what
I'd
show
say
he
so.
was on, but he's definitely the most famous out of any of these people that was in High School Musical. Like his career
Yeah.
has definitely gone the furthest out of all of them.
Totally.
no relation to Michael Bolton. I had to fact check that to make sure.
Oh, you had to fact check that?
They both have the voice of an angel, though.
That's
my
right.
true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, since we're doing a musical, I mean, this is the first musical we've ever done on the show before. What other musicals out there do you guys like?
I mean, the most recent one that I can remember was, what is it, The Christmas Story?
Yeah, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, A Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story. That's not
That's not-
a
we
musical.
saw that.
The
as
Red
a
Rider
musical,
BB
though.
gun.
Oh, okay,
We
the
saw that as
theatrical
a
version.
theatrical
Oh, you're talking theaters?
Yeah, I was talking like
Or,
films.
Okay.
The theater.
That was my fault. I was thinking most
Hey, no,
of what
that's
I've seen. Okay.
Yeah, that works still though. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
musicals and movies.
But
Musicals
Nightmare
and
Before
movies.
Christmas, Nightmare Before Christmas, that's a great one.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, we have a whole list here.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I'll just rattle it off. The Wizard of Oz.
Great.
All-time classic.
Yeah.
You know, Flying Monkeys.
Wait, is that a musical?
Yeah, they
for
sing in that.
Oh yeah, Follow the Yellow Brick Road. Okay, yeah. I don't know why. I just like I haven't seen it in so long that I
Pay
just
no
blanked on
attention to
that.
the man.
Yeah,
behind
somewhere
the
over the
yellow brick
rainbow,
road.
you know.
Follow the Yellow Brick Road. The Sound of Music. That's on our list here.
Yes.
I saw that one too.
I haven't.
That was pretty good.
I couldn't even tell you what happens in that.
Bro, come on, really?
What do you mean?
There's Nazis.
There are Nazis, yeah.
Sound of Music. There's music.
Yeah.
It's a great film and theatrical play.
Mary Poppins. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. So we just hit off all like the classics right there too.
Yeah, they're all, what was it, Mary Andrews?
Are those Disney?
Oh, she was like the same star in all of them.
Oh, God, it's probably, no, I think her name's Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews.
Yeah, Julie
Yeah, okay.
Andrews.
Okay. That
I
sounds
believe.
right. I have
I
no
believe
idea.
that's her name.
Let's go with it. All right, Grease. We got Grease next.
Fantastic.
Which is probably the best musical
All-time.
movie of all time.
Wait, we missed Chitty
It's-
Chitty Bang Bang.
We already
I
said that.
said it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I said it.
Oh, shit.
Wait, I mean, you want to go back to it?
Well, I just want to say
Let's
that
back it up.
there's a guy in that
Back it
movie
up.
that is like
Back up the train.
The
Back up
child
the bang, bang
catcher.
train.
The child catcher in that movie is probably
Right.
like one of the creepiest people ever in film.
The villain in
Yeah,
Chitty Chitty.
Yeah, he's like a really
Abducts
small,
children.
small villainous part, but he's so creepy.
If you remember too, you know what Chitty Chitty Bang Bang has? A flying car.
Yeah, flying car.
A
Yeah.
flying car. No big deal.
Dick Van Dyke.
Drunk on set probably every day. That guy's, I mean, rest in peace, but...
No, he's alive.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh,
have
God, that's a
the-
fine. How much money do I owe for that? I just claimed someone was dead. Crap.
I mean, wait,
how much is that?
I mean, as you said it, he probably may have died as you said it. Well, let's hope not.
Oh, God. I mean,
Ouch.
no one's ever done that
Dark
before on
thing
the
to
show.
say, my friend.
What's my punishment?
All
What do
right,
I-
let's move
what do I
on
have
to another
do?
example.
I just made someone dead, and they're not even dead.
We have a Disney Plus just released it, The Greatest Showman. I have yet to watch it, but I think I will.
That's a good movie. Sweeney Todd. More aligned with the horror genre. It's good.
Oh, that's like, isn't that Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp's in it. Yeah.
I've never seen it.
And I mean, there's so many musicals out there. We were just thinking of the ones that came to our minds the fastest. There's just a ton of Disney productions.
One that we were talking about earlier.
love 'em,
is,
though. Disney loves 'em.
It was just in theaters. Cats, right?
Yeah.
Cats.
Yeah.
Never
And
seen it,
I pulled
but
that up on our website. We
bad
like to
news.
use to like judge movies. It's IMDb, the Internet Movie Database,
Yes.
and Cats has a 2.7 out of 10 by like the people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow, I mean, tough.
wasn't very good, apparently.
They made it for 95 million, and it only made 73 million worldwide. Only 23 in the U.S. too. So like, I mean, wow, what a
I mean,
flop.
just talk about being a producer that probably dumped loads of money into that. Maybe made his or her money back. We don't know.
No, they didn't, because they spent 90 and they've only made 73 worldwide, so they lost money.
Yeah, I want to know why it's bad. I'll probably never watch it, but I'll probably just read like someone's summary of why it's bad.
I don't know.
Because come on, a 2 out of 10, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's
We
pretty bad.
all saw the previews. It looked so weird. It looked.
That's the thing.
It
Like
looked way
when
too
like
weird,
doing
man.
like a little research that I did do, people were just saying there's a lot of like awkward, cringy moments that you're just like, ooh,
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the theater after that one. I don't know.
That was the #1 user review I saw on there. It was like, I left the movie after 10 minutes.
Dude, I mean,
I
if
don't
you
know what's
paid for
going
it, you
on
got to
there.
stay at least, I feel like. Whatever.
No, but most theaters,
If you don't enjoy it, dude, I'm not gonna stick around. It's $11 beats me, but I'm not gonna sit there for another 2.5
no, but
hours.
most movie theaters have a deal where if you don't like the movie, you can leave within 30 minutes and you get your money back.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard of that.
That's a
Okay.
cool
Yeah.
deal.
Oh, yeah. I do it all the time. And you go to another movie, watch 30 minutes of that. No, I don't like this one. Go to another movie, watch 30 minutes of that. Boom. Then you just watched 1/3 of 3 movies. That's basically a full movie.
You know, then you just
So,
spark
for the
note in
price
the
of
end,
one.
and you got the full movie right there. For you.
That's an odd mashup of movies there you're doing.
Another musical we wanted to bring up too is Hamilton, right? Disney Plus just came out.
Oh, that was the one I was.
Have you
I
guys
was
watched
thinking
it
of initially?
Have you watched it?
No.
I probably will.
I haven't
Why
gotten
not?
I mean,
to
this
it.
thing was like it was
it
like the
Broadway?
biggest thing on Broadway, like since Broadway was invented. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Hamilton.
There's super hype around it.
Yeah,
It was like impossible to get tickets. I remember
Yeah.
just hearing about that, just the hype.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. We'll get to it.
I feel like it's a more in person thing. Like wait for things to clear up, you'd hope, and then go see it in theater. You know.
Yeah, I mean, if it's still in theater, I don't know if they pulled it already. Yeah. IMDb info for High School Musical. What do we
Yeah.
got?
High School Musical. I mean, 2006 is when this guy came out. So all of us were kids, obviously.
Jesus,
I was a kid. Yeah.
I remember
Eighth
watching
grade.
this as a kid.
I was 8 years old,
You guys
yeah.
do too.
I was a little older when it came out.
January 2006 is when it came out. I'll go ahead and read the log line. A popular high school athlete and an academically gifted girl get roles in the school musical and develop a friendship that threatens East High's social order.
That's totally the movie. I mean, more than a friendship, I believe, between the two.
Did you guys watch it when it came out?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I
When
feel
it
like the
premiered?
log line just totally left out all the singing and dancing.
I will just make that known now as my 8-year-old self, whatever age I was totally indulged in this film, watching it more than 5 times probably.
That's fine.
My 8-year-old self was a huge fan of High School Musical.
I can tell you one
wanted
thing.
to be on set probably.
It was probably on every single day when this thing dropped because of how popular it was. I mean, I'm going to quantify how popular this like franchise has been because it
Yeah.
is literally a franchise.
I mean, Matt, do you remember watching this when it came out?
Yeah, of course.
I don't remember watching it when it came out.
Really?
Like I can remember like vaguely.
I mean,
you know,
you were 13 at this point, so maybe you were just past the singing and dancing and Disney Channel.
I don't know about that.
Like,
Like I just
at this point you had moved on to like
puberty was-
MTV music videos and like and like
What?
punk rock and like Blink
like
182.
Teen Mom and Not Next, a bunch of horrible shows.
You were too busy watching Next. Yeah, I remember that show. Just go on a date and be like, next.
I
Could you
mean,
imagine
goofy
that?
show.
Could you just imagine being out with somebody and just being like, you know what? Next.
Dude, now that we're okay.
and just someone else is lined up.
Huge tangent, but MTV show Silent Library.
I remember that. Yeah, of course.
That show
dude.
was hilarious. I was a huge fan of that.
Oh man,
I'm going to have to YouTube that.
silly game shows.
Oh, I'm definitely going to YouTube that later.
Yeah, but I mean, really quickly, like when we watched this last night, I really didn't remember this movie at all.
The beginning had me, I was clueless. I did not know how this movie started at all.
It was funny because like I knew the whole movie probably start to finish. I remember all the scenes. Like nothing was like I don't remember this. But the
you were
beginning,
singing the whole time. We know.
but the beginning at least, I was under the impression that they were on like a boat, but they're like in the Swiss Alps or something.
They're a snowboarding trip, ski
Don't know
ski
why.
trip.
I remember having the thought that I think we're on a boat, but we're not.
All right, back to just the original High School Musical. It was directed by Kenny Ortega, written by Peter Barsocchini.
I think you got it there.
Yeah, second time around I got it. Nailed it.
It looked like the director was part of Hocus Pocus. He directed Hocus Pocus, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Okay.
That's a good movie.
So he's
too.
got some history with some hits.
Yeah. Well,
Some
didn't you say
Disney
the
Channel
writer of this
hits.
movie did like an action film or something?
Yeah, he wrote a Wesley Snipes movie where I can't remember what it.
Gary
man.
Busey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Gary
okay.
Busey, Wesley Snipes, and they're like jumping out of airplanes with parachutes. Drop Point. It's called Drop Point.
He
Oh
wrote
my
this
god!
What
movie?
a turn of events for
I think that's
for
what
a
it's
record.
No, Drop Zone. It's called Drop Zone.
Okay.
Do you think like in his original script there was like Zac Efron was like fighting somebody like no fighting, this isn't Drop Zone.
I
Well,
think
maybe-
Drop Zone was rated
Keep
R.
that out of here.
And then he went to G because High School Musical. I saw it when the movie started. It was rated G. When's the last time you watched a G-rated movie?
I don't know. It's been a little bit.
Probably a Pixar film, I'd say.
Oh yeah, Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4 probably for me.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the cast of High School Musical. We got Zac Efron, Vannessa Hudgens, Ashley Tisdale, Lucas Grabeel, Corbin Bleu, Monique Coleman, Bart Johnson. That's a great name.
That is pretty good.
Allison Reed, Chris Warren, Alicia Rulin, and Ryan Sanborn.
I mean,
love
pretty
that.
all-star
Whoa,
class. That's a
Sanborn.
Disney
Sanborn.
Channel. That's a Disney Channel clan there, dude. I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, when the movie ended, it did the old school like Disney logo where they would come up with those batons and be like, "Welcome to Disney Channel."
Do they still
You're
do
right.
that? You think they still do that?
I don't think
Like,
so.
hey, I'm Lizzie McGuire, or what the fuck? What the hell's her name?
Yeah,
her
Lizzie
real
McGuire.
name?
Hannah
Nailed it.
Montana?
No, her real name was not Lizzie McGuire. That was their show name.
Oh,
Amanda
Whatever.
Shaw?
You know what I
No.
mean. You know what I mean. They would come on and say their name and then do the little baton wave.
I got you. I know
Yeah,
what you're
remember
saying. Yeah. They would
You
draw
don't
the-
remember
they would
that,
draw
Matt?
the-
I remember, but now I'm just thinking, what the hell's Lizzie McGuire's real name?
They draw.
It's
feel like I
okay.
should
It's
know
all
that.
right. It's okay. We don't need to know that. Some people listening are
Dude,
probably
I like
"Oh, jeez."
vividly remember Mitchell Musso from Hannah Montana doing that exact.
Okay, Mitchell Musso. That's a better example.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So we can remember his name, but not Lizzie McGuire's name. What the hell?
I guess so, dude.
So I don't have an amount of money that they made High School Musical for. Actually, I lied. I have an amount of money that they made High School Musical for.
Okay, hit it.
And it was $4.2 million.
Really?
Right.
It's a lot
I'm
of
actually
cheese,
really
man.
surprised by that.
$4.2 million.
What do you think? It's high or
Okay.
low?
I thought they would make it for lower than $4 million. I mean, I really don't know, but there's no special
I mean,
effects.
Troy Bolton probably took like 3.5 of that.
It's quite possible. Okay, now just entertain. Just go with me on a little journey here for a second.
Okay, let's go on the
High School
journey.
Musical 2, right? Let's just
Okay.
a year later it came out, 2007. Here's the log line.
That's pretty quick.
School's out for the summer, and the East High Wildcats are ready to make it the time of their lives after landing jobs in a wealthy country club owned by Sharpay and Ryan's
See,
family.
They would
do
be owned by
remember this
them.
one. I do kind of remember this one.
You guys remember this?
No, I never
like
saw
a-
it.
I have zero
vivid
memory.
images. Yeah,
They made it for $7 million. So the budget went up.
Ooh,
okay.
wow.
4.2, we went to 7. Again, though, Disney Channel original movie, so I have no idea how much money like this thing actually
Oh,
made.
dude, that is a huge budget for
We
a
don't
Disney
know.
original.
That's
Right.
pretty good, man.
So now we're going to talk about High School Musical 3,
Okay.
which came out in 2008. So they made one
Year
year
after
every
year.
single year.
Yeah.
This is their senior year. You know, they got senior send off here. So.
Thank you. Oh, great transition for me, Brian. As seniors in high school, Troy and Gabriella struggle with the idea of being separated from one another as college approaches. Along with the rest of the Wildcats, they stage a spring musical. Shocker.
Some normal.
To address their experiences, hopes, and fears about the future.
So I would say, yeah, some normal fears between Troy and Gabrielle.
For sure, yeah, I bet.
Gabriella. Is it Gabrielle or Gabriella?
Gabriella.
I think it's an
got it.
It's an at the end there. Okay, they made this one for $11 million.
Whoa, dude.
11, so trending upward on the budget, right? Well, guess what? This one dropped in theaters, and worldwide, it made $252 million.
Amazing.
Holy catfish. Honestly, I'm going to drop that right now.
Holy catfish.
Wow. Okay.
That doesn't get dropped a
Holy
lot.
catfish.
That's a
Wow.
jaw-dropping phrase right there, bro.
It is, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, High School Musical was franchised. This stuff made so much money for Disney. It was a sensation.
I believe it. Good for them, man.
Really, seriously.
Well, then what? It looks like you got some spin-offs here, or what's that all about?
So I already said High School Musical, like, the original came out in 2006, second in 2007, third one came out in 2008.
Yeah.
Then they made this Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure spin-off movie, which I've never even heard of.
I've never heard of it either.
Came out in 2011, so we're talking 5 years
got bad
after
vibes
the
on this.
original on that.
Wow.
5 years after the original.
Okay.
Does it star...
Ashley
Ashley
Tisdale.
Tisdale.
Yeah, it's the same,
okay,
same
wow.
character. Then we're going to go back to 2008, where High School Musical El Desafío, or Desafío, which in Spanish means the challenge. High School Musical The Challenge. That came out in Mexico.
Okay.
And
High
then
School de Musical.
in 2010, High School Musical China College Dreams, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce that.
No, don't.
In the native tongue.
Yeah, don't do it.
That came out in 2010, so they also took the franchise to China, wildly successful.
Okay.
And then
Love to
I guess
hear
a TV show started last year in 2019.
Really?
Had a full season, I think, on Disney Plus. And the next season, I guess, is going to debut pretty soon. So
Okay, cool.
High School Musical is still kicking, man.
Jeez, man.
14 years later.
Amazing. I
Franchise.
only remember the first movie. None of the spin-offs, none of this like runoff effect that they got going on here. But good for them.
I agree, yeah.
I mean, I think franchises, I think McDonald's, and then I think
High School Musical.
1 and 2.
Okay.
Best franchises out there. Number 3, New York Yankees.
Wow. I think
Wow.
four.
You think the Yankees would be at 4? Who's at 3 then?
I'd probably
Best
give it to like
franchise.
the Captain Underpants series in comics.
Oh man, that's a sleeper. I mean,
Captain
people sleep on it.
Underpants. Wow.
No,
Okay.
that was
My
no, that
brain
was
is in a
no,
weird
that was
place
idiotic.
right now.
What are you talking about? That would never be in the top 10, let alone the top 100.
What other trivia do we got? We got trivia.
That's what I
now?
think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
guys
got
wanna
a
dive
trivia.
in?
let's do it, Brian. Let's go.
You guys
let's
want to
get
get
some
musical
trivia,
with
man.
the trivia?
Drop some knowledge on me.
Okay, this is actually pretty. I didn't know. I was under the impression that this film was whole set based kind of, but the movie was actually filmed in East High School in Salt Lake City, Utah, and students still use Sharpay's Pink Locker.
Wait, what?
This is actually
It was
called
actually
East.
called East High.
East High School in Salt Lake City, Utah.
You're gotta be
Oh.
kidding me.
Dude,
Only in
that
Utah
school
would they
looks
just
amazing. Like it looked like a.
I thought they made it up just because they didn't want to use the actual name of
No.
the school. I thought they were just being
East
very
High,
just
man.
generic.
Yeah, just like their characters' depth. Just being generic.
Yeah.
With the names of the school and everything. Everything's generic.
So if you may or may not know, Zac Efron doesn't sing all the songs throughout this film.
Okay.
So apparently
What?
he wasn't
What?
able. He apparently can't hit the high notes in some of the songs. So Drew Seeley is substituted for the vocals, and Zac Efron is lip syncing.
He's lip syncing in every scene in the movie.
I mean, it did look like it.
No,
Except
there's a
one.
few. There's a few scenes where it's actually him, but otherwise, Drew Seeley stepping in, killing it.
And then it sounds like
The man behind the curtain.
he sings in part
Seriously,
2 and
though.
3 though.
Yeah, I think
Entirely?
That's, yeah,
Zac
All right.
Efron does.
Okay.
he got some vocal
Yeah.
work, and
So he can
You got it
sing.
too.
So Zac
Oh,
Efron can
definitely.
sing.
Yeah.
What can't Zac Efron do?
I don't know. Can't be ugly.
This is pretty cool. It took 24 days to film this movie. Pretty fast. I
Okay.
feel like that's pretty quick,
Wow.
dude. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I also feel like that's pretty fast, especially because it did have a big budget. We said it was like over $4 million.
Yeah.
All right, so Corbin Bleu throughout the film has some pretty sweet swag on his shirts, and apparently each slogan that appears on a shirt, he made it up.
Really?
I couldn't recite you one, but I don't remember.
That's so random, dude.
One was just like lazy all the time or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But just all graphic tees and written text. You
Yeah.
made 'em up.
Like
Yeah.
stuff you'd buy at Kohl's,
For sure,
basically.
yeah.
You could, one could argue he was the most successful actually out of this, maybe even more than Zac Efron. I guess not, because everyone knows who Zac Efron is.
For sure.
Yeah.
But Corbin Bleu, I guess, has been on like Broadway for a long time, singing.
That's awesome, man.
Just killing it.
I think it's the hair.
No, he doesn't even have the hair anymore.
Oh, he cut that
It's
shit
shorter.
out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I really
okay.
liked. He came out with this other one. It was like Jump In or something. It was like a jump rope Disney film. It was pretty good.
Okay.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Never heard of it. I will say though, I looked up like what happened to the cast of High School Musical. I was like curious because I was hoping honestly that one of them like turned into be like a crackhead or something, like they just like threw their life away.
Had a fallout
for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always like I would never wish that upon someone, but I wouldn't mind reading it if you know what I mean.
Sure, yeah.
But no, like everyone turned out great and they're all like successful. And
That's good.
And
That's great. Yeah.
I was like, oh, all right,
You were happy for them, but also slightly bummed that you didn't get a tasty story out of it.
exactly.
Okay. Back to trivia. At the beginning of the film, the falling snow, it looks terribly fake, but I guess it's potato flakes. I don't know why you wouldn't use anything else but potato flakes.
For the snow?
For the snow.
Potato flakes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fake
right
snow.
on.
Wow.
Note taken.
Hey, future
Note
filmmakers,
taken.
write that one down.
Special effects guys.
Who needs snow?
Doing their
just to
job.
Get some
A
potatoes.
featured scene that I think we'd all love to see. A duet between Coach Bolton and Miss Darbus was planned but never filmed.
Oh my god!
Wow, that would have been terrible.
Wow.
Dude, that would have been great.
No chance.
Anyone who's like knows High School Musical is just going to be shocked by that.
Okay, this is crazy. For
Honestly, like what?
on the music end, like what holds the film, I'd say, was the soundtrack was fully recorded in 5 days.
All right. I don't know if that's good or bad. I have no idea.
I don't know if that involves written time too. Maybe they'd have it written first and then just recorded it. But
Yeah.
maybe 5 days they got all the ideas out, which is cool.
Sweet. Yeah, there's a good amount of songs in there.
Overall, for this film, 600 teen actors auditioned.
Whoa.
That's a lot of.
Jeez.
I mean, they're film to go through and pick and choose here.
I mean, there were a lot of extras.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Yeah.
true.
This is one of the first debuted sailed iTunes store movies that you were able to
Okay.
purchase
You could just
movies
buy
through
on
Amazon.
iTunes.
I mean, through iTunes. Yes.
Wow, that's back on like remember like those were when the iPods were like thick.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you would
for
have to like
sure.
scroll around the circle to go to
Dude,
your
that
next
was
song.
back
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
man.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, scrolling to go to your next song
Yeah.
instead of just tapping.
So, Lucas Grabeel, who plays Ryan Evans, wore 9 different hats during this movie.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you,
Those hats were amazing, let me tell you.
thank you, Brian.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, every scene he was in, it looked like he was wearing a different hat. It's like, where is this guy getting all of these?
It was funny when his sister would also be wearing a hat.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, like we weren't allowed to wear hats in school.
Yeah, exactly.
For some
Hat
reason,
crew.
for some reason,
And he
that
was wearing
wasn't
a
thing.
beret. Yeah.
Which
Okay.
doesn't make any sense. Why can't you just wear a hat?
I don't know.
You know?
So,
I don't know.
in 2006, when it came out, this became the best-selling album, selling 4.1 million copies and topping 143 on Billboard.
Yeah, that's definitely that helped with their revenue.
Sounds
for
about
sure.
right. Yeah, sounds about right.
Unbelievable.
Honestly. I
And
mean, we'll get into the songs later.
Yeah, for sure. I
I
mean,
think we can all agree, like, there is, like, at least one good one.
yeah.
Or maybe not good, but just, like, a low-key banger.
But yeah,
I feel like that's better than good. I feel like I just, like, said it's not good and then, like, gave a better description. Shit. Oh,
Whatever.
boy.
but we'll probably talk about later. But of course, this movie hints at Greece a little bit here for us, and apparently,
100%.
that's where the idea originated. And
Oh, okay.
Here we go. The origins in a 1999 script entitled Grease 3 with Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake
Whoa.
were to star as children of Danny Zuko and Sandy Olsen.
And that's where this all started?
This is where it all began.
You got to be kidding me.
And then, so the character who would become Sharpay was to be the daughter of Betty Rizzo.
Okay.
But apparently the producers tried to get Christina Aguilera for the part, but she declined. So then this is when it just pivoted into like this High School Musical idea.
Oh, dude, that makes sense, man.
So I wonder if the songs were like around at that time and they just used them. Who knows?
Maybe they did, yeah. Or they just
that's crazy.
changed
That's-
them a
they
little bit.
literally wanted
So
to-
High School Musical was going to be Grease 3.
Yeah,
That's
with
what you're
Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. That's where like the idea was probably text on paper. That's crazy.
It
Man.
would have been a hit. It would have been a goddamn
And
hit.
it was stuck in development hell for years, and then at least they came out.
Repurposed it, yeah.
And then
came out with
Britney
it.
Spears and Justin Timberlake didn't look like they were in high school anymore.
Nah.
Yeah, but that does trivia for High School Musical.
That was a good one to end on, man. That was one of the most shocking trivia moments I think we've ever had.
That's good.
Yeah, seriously.
I saw that one. And I was like,
Shocking.
dude, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right, we don't have a screenplay version.
Thank goodness.
I mean, I was interested to read it.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree.
I'm interested to see what a script for a musical looks like and how it operates. So maybe one day we'll get to one of those.
I wonder if
Pause for jazz
if they like
hands.
list the songs in there. If it just like you're like reading like normal
Lyrics?
words, and then it just becomes like sheet music.
I don't know what it does, or it's just like cue song, you know, like Ryan and Sharpay's song. And I don't know what they do. I don't know
okay.
what I have no idea what they do.
It'd be
as far
fun
as
if it was
structure.
like on a computer and it was like in like an interactive PDF where you would like read and then you would get to the music point and then it would just like play the song.
Yeah,
But that'd be
That'd be
interesting
sick.
though, because like now that I think, like, let's say a song was on screen for like 2 minutes, let's say, and like each page is a minute, correct? So what,
Yeah.
you like play a song and then hit enter like 3 or 4 times and like just have a giant gap of
Oh yeah, you have to like leave like
space
3
to like
blank
keep
pages
the
for
to
3
keep the
minutes.
pages like, I guess, accurate to movie
yeah,
time.
Nah, that's probably dumb.
No.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what they do.
Yeah.
It's interesting to understand. I mean, to think about how they would do it. Let's talk about the opening. I mean, that's funny because we just ended on that last trivia bit about Grease, because even when we were watching this, we were like, yo, this is kind of like Grease, because in the beginning, and then, you know, when Troy and Gabriella meet each other at the, you know, winter place, and then they go their separate ways, and then they meet again unknowingly at school, right? And that's exactly what happens in Grease.
So that must have been the plot in this like 1999 thing that you're telling me about. Like it must have been somewhat the same, and you're getting a phone call.
Okay, we're back. Brian had to take a phone call right quick, so
Very important.
Yes. Let's talk about the characters of High School Musical, right? So Troy Bolton.
He's your pretty boy. He's got the great Bieber hair, the jock basketball player. Everybody wants to be Troy Bolton in 2006, basically.
Yes.
And he's only got one move on the basketball court. If you notice that while watching this movie, all he has like a post move to the right, and that's all he's got.
Like make him dribble with his left hand, you know? Take him out.
And he's the coach's son, which I feel like is arguably the most hated player on the team.
For sure.
Usually. Not all the time. Then we got Gabriella Montez.
Troy Bolton's soon-to-be girlfriend, basically, you know? She's like the shy, introvert math geek. Also loves to sing.
The new
like
girl
Troy.
in town.
Uh-huh.
Sharpay Evans.
Man, this is just... I don't even know, like a stuck-up rich girl, basically.
Sure.
That's like the easiest way I can do that one.
She just expects to be the lead in all the plays.
Drama queen. Then we got Ryan Evans. Sharpay's brother.
He's the beret guy, yeah.
Yeah, beret dude. Chad Danforth. I don't even know who that is. Oh wait, no,
Corbin Bleu.
that's right. Yeah,
Corbin Bleu, Afro Man.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I know, right? Chad
Yeah,
Danforth.
he's the guy that got all
What a
the
name.
custom shirts.
He's such a Chad in that
His
movie.
his character is hilarious. He's like, "What do you mean you like to sing? You play
Sports.
basketball, sports.
yeah. He carries the ball around with him, like we
You
said.
can't like one more than one thing."
Me, Chad. Sports.
Taylor.
This is the academic decathlon girl. Super smart. She
Yeah,
wants
it's like the leader of the
Gabriella
nerds.
to be a part of it. Yeah,
Okay. Then we got Coach Jack Bolton.
arguably the best line in the movie. What the heck are those kids doing in the damn tree? You know?
He doesn't say "damn," that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a G-rated movie, Brian.
I know. I'm sorry.
Where's my team, Darvis? What the heck are those two doing in a tree?
The delivery's hilarious. You gotta, if you know what we're talking about, it's great.
Mrs. Darbus, or Ms. Darbus, rather.
The theater teacher.
Yeah, she's super into it. Zeke Baylor.
This is the baking guy. He makes some pretty sweet stuff.
Creme brulee.
I'd be honest.
Yeah, he makes creme brulee.
And Jason Cross. Who is that? I don't. These guys, man, they have
No,
like
he's
no.
just like one of those background dancers. Like he's on the team, but like
He had like 2 lines in the movie.
Oh yeah, that's
But
right.
he was always around. He was always there.
Yeah, I remember him now.
Lurking.
he's yeah.
So, like we said, it takes place at East High in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So that immediately was like, oh, so is Walter White the chemistry teacher here, or what?
I'd hope, you know, that'd be a pretty crazy little fan theory to go down.
Yeah, just the fact that they're all on meth. And
Like Jesse
they're all imagining
Pinkman
it.
was like graduated, he didn't want to start singing, so he turned to crystal meth or something.
Yeah. I know we wanted to mention the structure.
Yeah, it's a musical. So, like, the structure of a musical is you're getting, like, normal movie stuff, just normal plot. And
Yes.
then out of nowhere, all of a sudden they're just going to start singing, and you really never know when it's going to happen. But like
you kind of do though.
As long as like 10 minutes go by and there's no singing, you're just like, okay,
you're waiting for it.
Here it comes.
Yeah. You're waiting for like a bad situation or something good, and then you just hear the increase in music. You know, here we go.
Or like one character just stares off into the distance, and then a piano starts, and you're just like, here we go.
Yeah, it's pretty great though.
All right, I feel like everyone knows what happens in this movie, High School Musical. We all know.
For sure.
Yeah. We've all seen it. We all remember either watching it as kids, and if you're still watching it today like us, then hopefully you have a podcast, because I don't know if I would actually have watched this movie again if we weren't covering it on this show.
That is actually...
Maybe if you have kids.
Probably. I don't plan on ever really watching it again. I'm not going to lie.
I said it yesterday, or I watched this movie probably 10 years ago. We'll watch it again in the next 10.
You're going to wait another 10?
Yeah.
Once every decade?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right.
Just HSM out.
Geez, by in another 10 years, who knows how many more High School Musicals they would have made by then. I mean, it's a franchise, like we already established.
Yeah.
But just something that's like not about the plot that I wanted to talk about is how like all the songs that they're performing in these tryouts like throughout the movie, they don't really seem to like add up to like form a musical or a story or of like a point.
What do they call this musical?
Because the musical they're supposed to be doing is called Twinkletown, which
I have no
alone
idea
is
what that
hilarious.
would be
Yeah.
about.
I don't know if Twinkletown's like a real play. I don't know if it exists. But whatever they're singing about, like all these songs, they didn't seem to like make any sense together at all.
No,
whatsoever.
not at all. There was a point where they were speaking Spanish.
Yeah, there was like arribas, like in that one song, bopping to the top.
I mean, all songs great. Twinkle Toes or Twinkletown. I would have sat and watched it.
You're right though. Like some of the songs I think connected, right? As far as the musical that they're supposed to be putting on.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, it's all just the songs about the movie itself, about the plot of the movie. But yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
And then I'm just like listening to the lyrics as I'm sitting there, watching this movie with you guys. And then and like, okay, get your head in the game. It's like, okay, this one, I'm like, this makes sense. This song, I understand this.
Yeah, because it's related to the plot. Yeah,
basketball.
He's got to focus on basketball. Okay, I understand. But then there's just like a song like the one where they're doing the arribas and like they're talking in Spanish, and I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? It just, I don't know. It was kind of confusing.
Yeah, I wanted to know more about the musical that they were trying out for.
Yeah, for sure.
What that was about exactly.
Twinkletown.
Yeah. Let's get back into get your head in the game though, because I mean this song was hilarious. Dude. Like, just imagine a bunch of guys getting ready for basketball practice.
Yeah, you're like about to form the layup line to like warm up, and then just like
you bust out into a
synchronized dancing and singing.
Well, it was great because they did the instrumentals of the songs were a ton of like basketball noises, like sneakers like dragging across the floor.
Yeah, like skidding.
So bad.
The squeak.
Yeah. And then, Matt, I know you wanted to, like, while we were watching, you're like, is this all just in Troy's head? Is he imagining this?
I mean, because it's like, if that really happened, you think all the other guys on the team would, like, be leaving for practice and just be, like, looking at each other like, it's kind of a different practice we did today. We didn't really play basketball. We kind of just dribbled and
Do you know who would really like that basketball practice?
Who?
Jackie Moon.
Jackie Moon would have loved that basketball practice.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he would have gone that great throwback to one of our past episodes, Bryan.
He would love that.
On Semi-Pro.
Just going back to the point of Matt, you saying if you're wondering if this is all in Troy's head, is because that's his main conflict in the movie, right? He's trying to be an athlete, but at the same time, he's interested in singing at least just to go after Gabriella.
Right, and at this high school that they attend, you're only allowed to have one interest, and if you dare to have a second, then shame on you.
Yes. How dare you diversify yourself?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, because that leads us right into the next song, which is stick to the status quo here.
No, for sure that every kid has like their own high school, stereotype. No one hangs out with other groups. You have
the cliques, yeah.
You got your clique, and you stick to it. You don't go outside the boundaries.
But this movie teaches us otherwise, Bryan.
We got one-dimensional characters in this. Everyone has the same character arc. Stick to the status quo again. Stay in your clique.
I think the funniest part of that song was when they're going through the different cliques and they're all saying that they like to do things that are supposedly out of their, cliques area.
I'm a skateboarder, but I play the cello, and everyone's like, boo.
No, the one guy was like, cool. Wait, what's that? He didn't even know what a cello was. It's like, what? Come on, dude.
They totally like threw a stoner in there.
Yeah.
Totally.
That was Disney, totally dopey.
It was Disney just like sliding in a stoner in a G-rated movie.
Oh, that was great. What was your favorite part of the movie, you think?
Oh, jeez. I mean, I'll probably just have to go with Head in the Game. It's just hilarious.
Just
you
the
know?
absurdness of
Just the
a basketball practice breaking out and do
and
song
just like
and dance.
the choreography, the movements, it's hilarious in my end. I just can't. I laugh every time watching it.
What about you, Matt?
A favorite part of the movie? I don't know, the end?
Or just something that was over? That was over?
Yeah, I think
When you can get up.
I have to be honest, yeah. I don't really have a favorite part.
I mean, dude, my favorite part is when they're doing the singing auditions for the school musical, and there's like a montage of all the people singing horribly.
Yeah.
If you say that, then I'll agree with that, because that is funny.
Yeah, that was so freaking funny,
just watching
funny,
people
man.
like awkwardly try to try out for a musical, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. What about a part you despise the most, then? Anything?
Just the corniness. Like, to me, like, just the simplicity of things that they would say, like... I remember one thing like that. Haley pointed out when we were watching. Like they walk to the roof of the school, and Vannessa Hudgens' character says, "Wow, it looks like a jungle up here." And there's like 3 ferns, like these like little plants.
Yeah, just little. Yeah, that's right.
It just like made no sense at all.
Definitely the corniness, and probably like what is it? The beginning scene where they're like shooting hoops like in this Swiss Alps thing, and it looks like they're in like a like a dance studio or something. I don't even know where they were.
Sure.
It just looked really bad. Zac Efron can't do a layup for his life.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple goofy parts while we were watching that was hilarious. One was that, so Sharpay goes into the bathroom because she hears singing and she's looking for somebody, kicks a stall, no one's in there, and then she leaves. And then Gabriella comes out from a wall where Sharpay should have seen her. Yeah, exactly. Like, that was hilarious.
It made no sense.
I'd say Troy's dad's acting overall was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah. Horrible. There was another scene.
I mean,
there was another scene where Troy and Gabrielle like finish each other's lines.
Yeah, for sure.
Remember that part? That was kind of weird. And
Don't
goofy.
forget too, Bryan said earlier that like Troy's dad, the basketball coach, was supposed to sing.
Yeah,
in like the original.
That would have been great.
He would have sang.
I think that.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
What was like overall like favorite song for you guys? Like, what are you guys thinking here? If you had to choose, what song are you putting the lyrical sing along version on and giving it full?
I mean, I got
jamming.
I got my two, dude. I mean, my two were probably the Sharpay Ryan version of What I've Been Looking For.
Okay.
Especially once they start doing the do 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 part. Yeah,
right,
like that's just
You like the onomatopoeia.
Jamming.
I'm hooked, dude.
And just in your element.
I'm a huge fan of Status Quo. That was like group involvement, like lunch cafeteria environment.
Right. Yeah, and just, it's just students, just throwing themselves out there, being like, hey, I like something. Maybe it's not popular. And then everyone shuts them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also feeling Breaking Free.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
I feel like that one made the most money, or like was the biggest hit. That would be my guess.
The centerpiece.
Yeah. Like Disney Channel Radio was playing that like every 30 minutes.
Ooh, I forgot about that radio station.
You remember?
Hilarious.
Yeah, there was a Disney Channel radio station.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, those are the favorites. What song do you not enjoy it at all?
I already said earlier,
What can't you
the
get
bopping to the top, bop to the top, that one I don't understand.
Yeah, it made no sense.
Arriba!
Yeah. That and probably Gabrielle's ballad, because it's just her singing by herself. Like, no hate on, solo, but
Boo-hoo.
It's just kind of boring.
No, for sure.
Let's talk about the ending, though, because it's kind of interesting. There's 3 events that all occur at the same time, all due to Sharpay and Ryan not wanting Troy or Gabriella
A lot
to...
of power, a lot of influence.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're afraid they're gonna lose their roles. So you got Troy's basketball game, you got Gabriella's academic decathlon, if you want to call it that, and then the callbacks for the school musical are all happening at 3:30 p.m. Our question while we were watching the movie was, why is a championship basketball game occurring at 3:30 p.m.?
Yeah, no
People
way.
are still working. Like, dude, I don't even think we got out of class at 3:30 back in high school.
How can your parents watch your game? Right?
Exactly.
Like, no, those games happen at like 7 at night.
Yeah, dude.
It's ridiculous. But it's a Disney movie.
No, for sure.
Let's not forget.
But I mean, everything works out. They're able to. There's some sort of diversion. A technical glitch occurs with the scoreboard. So Gabrielle, she finishes her thing, and then Troy's able to leave the basketball game. They do their singing, and the song they sing is called "Break Free," and it's interesting because they're able to break free from the status quo by not only doing their specific clique's extracurricular activities, but they also participate in other things that their clique wouldn't necessarily perform in.
Yeah, I
It's like the
love how
finally moment.
I love how when they're up there like doing the last tryout or whatever, like when they pause the basketball game and pause the academic decathlon thing.
Yeah.
Like I love how everyone else in the school just like shows up and like watches.
Even the other team.
Yes. Thank you. The other basketball team, like, and to me, it was all part of the plan, because now you just distracted, the other team for state.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
just lullabied their asses to
sure.
sleep.
That's true.
I like
And
that.
now you're just going to go out there and dominate.
Yeah.
And
While
Troy
they're
Bolton hits the
sleeping.
game winner. He does.
Yeah, dreaming over, like the song is stuck in their head and they stink at basketball now.
Yeah.
It was all part of the plan.
I mean, dude, the ending, Troy has the ultimate ending. He sings his face off. He hits the game-winning shot, and he gets the girl, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's unbelievable. Like, we know this movie's about Troy and Gabriella, but we were saying while we were watching this movie, Gabriella's character arc is so thin compared to
Underwhelming,
Troy's.
Right?
sure,
yeah,
for
they
sure.
didn't show a cutscene of her winning the academic decathlon.
Well, yeah.
Where
did
was
they?
that? No.
Oh, they didn't?
No, they
They
did.
just showed her.
They
they
showed her
did?
like.
Oh, they did. Yeah, she got it right. Yeah, she got it right, and then she
Dude,
left.
and then they like
Either way,
pumped that
it
room
was
with
weak.
like
It
carbon
was
monoxide
weak.
or something. Like, what was that fume that they were putting in that room to get
Oh,
everybody out
to
there?
stall?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
right.
did. They basically made a bomb.
It was unbelievable.
They would have been disqualified. I mean, come
Turn
on.
that
They
Bunsen
would have been
burner
disqualified.
off.
Yeah.
But her story is a lot weaker. Zac Efron's character is definitely the main character. For
Oh, yeah.
sure.
100%.
Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and I just wanted to say this too. I just kind of found it funny that in the last episode we did, Ex Machina, like that's a movie that is like containing complex themes, right? It's like uniquely thought provoking with
You can
everything
dig
going
deep,
on, right?
you know?
You really dig deep. And now this week we covered High School Musical, where each character is literally one dimensional. They have one interest, and like I said earlier, like if they dared in the beginning of the movie, if they were interested in any other thing, like they were like shamed and like all of their friends were just like, "No, what are you doing? Like you don't do that, bro. Yeah, you're a jock. What?
Yeah.
Sports."
No, I mean, face value, like totally different films for totally different audiences. I mean, you could approach High School Musical and dig some crazy theories out of it if you really wanted to.
For sure.
No, Brian, you were saying earlier you were looking up conspiracy theories and all that kind of crap.
There's some rabbit holes, man. You can go dive. You can get deep into it.
Not here though. Not here.
Final thoughts?
Yeah, for
What
sure.
do we think?
I mean, I'll start off overall hit movie. I started out. I was a huge fan at the age
Yeah.
when it came out. If you like sing-alongs, you like musicals, I think you're all in. And like, I think when I was in junior high, like we actually had a theatrical play of this High School Musical. So,
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
or
that was
maybe,
something I forgot
or maybe
to mention
it was in
earlier.
high school or something. But like, dude, I think that's very successful from a movie to spawn and like different school plays and everything.
Nice.
It's great. It's a
So many
classic.
high schools across America like reenacted this in some form or fashion on their own stage.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Unbelievable.
on a star rating for myself, I'd probably give it a 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5.
Yeah.
But I'm a fan though.
I got you.
I'm
Yeah,
a 2 out of 5.
that's
I'm a
cool.
fan.
Yeah, for sure.
I also have to give it 2 out of 5. I mean, I'm not as into it as much as you are, I guess you could say, but I just have so much respect for this franchise now. The fact that they made like 6 movies, 2 in 2 different other languages.
Yeah.
They made a movie for $11 million and profited $250 million. Like, are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. It's unbelievable. Like, they just literally tapped into the little teenage brain and they just like figured out what every little
Exactly.
kid in America wanted and they just gave it to them
Yeah.
year after year.
I'm at 2. I'm sitting at 2 as well. I don't love this movie. I don't absolutely despise this movie. My girlfriend loves it. I just don't have an attachment to it like some people do. I think I was a little older when it came out. Not like super old. I'm saying just like it wasn't something I wasn't really interested in. I gravitate mainly towards horror, other type of stuff.
So
But
if
I'll
this
watch
turned into,
a
like-
musical here and there. I don't hate on musicals. I'll watch them for
That'd be
sure.
interesting. A musical horror.
No,
There
that's-
are.
He said earlier, Sweeney Todd. It's
Yeah,
like- it's
Rocky
like a
and
musical.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. Like
yeah,
there
okay.
are horror musicals, but like I just gravitate to horror in general. But like I said, I will watch a musical. I don't have a problem with them. Just this one specifically, I don't have a sort of attachment like some people do.
You think there's any like action musicals where it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger? He like just like kills 10 people and he's like all of a sudden just breaks out in a song. and
There might be
dance?
there's probably action musicals for
That'd-
sure.
Oh, that'd be
Okay.
pretty funny.
I just can't think of any on the top of my head right now.
What about oh my gosh, that thing on Netflix where the guy had like the funny name, Buster Scruggs.
Oh yeah, probably yeah. That'll work.
He got shot in the head.
Yeah, that works.
We watched like 10 minutes of it and it was really bad.
The Ballad of
That's
Buster
the- that's
Scruggs.
the
Ballad
guy,
of
that's the
Buster
guy
Scruggs.
from The Holes, right? He puts
Yeah.
too much lotion on his nose.
Yep.
Yeah, that's him.
That guy. He's Buster Scruggs. And he dies if you didn't know that.
High School Musical. No matter what platform you're using to listen to us, I want it to be known that we're available on iTunes, YouTube, and Spreaker. You can also find us on Instagram at screenplay_junkie. If you like our content, please be sure to follow our channels so you can stay in the loop with new episodes and quick movie reviews. Feel free to give us a rating or drop us a comment on any of these mediums. Any feedback or interaction is greatly appreciated. Got any scripts you think we should read or movies we should review? Shoot us a message on our Instagram or email us at screenplayjunkie.show@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. On the next episode, we'll be taking a look at the 2014 horror film by Australian writer and director Jennifer Kent, The Babadook. Thank you for listening. We hope you can join us next time.